Oh my god. It's so hot.
Back again, we have our beautiful Miss Khadija Kamara Gassama right here with a beautiful UDP, very much UDP.
Representing.
Yellow, on yellow, mustard yellow, banana yellow, she's on the yellow.
Mustard on the beat, help.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I cannot, bro.
We have not.
And we got Mojan right here, my luck babe.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm discriminating. The other luck babe, we don't talk to her anymore. She went and cut her hair.
Yeah, she left
I don't know why
us.
she did that.
She left
so
us.
rude. But my luck twin, my Pisces babes. My Pisces babes, yo.
I'm waiting for the day
Leave
you
this
guys
one.
cut your dreads off.
Astaghfirullah,
Just wait.
astaghfirullah. Abomination, we
I'll
don't know
trim
that.
it,
We
but I'm
don't
cutting
know
it.
what she's talking about. I don't speak ugly hater. I don't speak ugly hater. I don't ugly hater.
It's giving
Anyway.
hateration in my dancery. We can't have it.
Okay. Anyway, we're here again. We've seen that the first episode really, oof. It had y'all in the trenches, like World War II, in the mud. Y'all was crawling. Y'all was sick. The shoes fitted too tight.
Snug.
It was too snug, and you had to walk 60 miles because you were sick. Y'all were blisters in them
Y'all
feet.
tied it up.
I hate to be you. I hate to be you.
Yeah.
I really hate to be you. That was really sad. But you know what? I appreciate that the conversations was being had. Okay? I didn't even have to really say much in the comment section because you know what? The other girlies had us. And the other sensible, grown adult men had us.
There's a way to have
You
a
know what I'm
conversation,
saying? The
guys.
grown men came through.
There's
They
a way to
said
have
their
it.
opinion with respect and put it down. There was a standard being held. I'm not talking
Exactly.
about the little boys.
Exactly.
The ones that want to complain about 60 million accents that I have.
What
because I'm an
accent gotta do
international
with-
babe.
Exactly.
I'm an international babe. I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly.
I'm an international babe. I'm Gambian and I'm everything else. What do you mean, sir?
Who in
Get with it.
Gambia
Get with
doesn't
it.
have different accents?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's
Get
for
with it.
comedic effect. Like y'all gotta
You gotta clock it. In other words, clock it.
clock that tea.
You guys are extra today.
I'm so dead.
Today's
No, no.
episode is just
But
gonna be.
Yo,
You
it's just
know.
gonna be us cackling today.
But no, bro, like, say comment section meeting now. No, they gotta flip na hari.
There's a
But
way
you know
to
what?
have a conversation.
It's okay.
That's it.
Mandal, I'm not vexed because I was cackling the whole time.
Yeah.
I see some of you had accent issues, whether we were married or not. And apparently, like I said in the comment section, some of you don't know how to listen. Apparently, comprehension was a problem. You failed that part in English. It's okay. You can go back to school.
Yeah.
And the
Education's not
message, the
expensive.
message just went over their
Because
heads.
Yeah, like-
the husband
yeah.
you were asking me that if I get it to cook for, that husband was sitting right there.
Yeah.
Period.
Where she was, right there.
Yeah.
Right there. He was there.
And like
So
I
what?
said, and I'm gonna say it again, some of y'all with comprehension issues, I'm sure y'all's teacher gave y'all's test
Like this.
face down. It was like, yeah, y'all gotta. Just saying.
Just saying, 'cause-
Comprehension is a very big issue.
Because you're not part of
But
that.
but there's a way to have a conversation. Don't be throwing jabs. Don't be assuming what they got going
relationship
on.
status is where
She's
they
married
are.
and she got a baby. She married too.
Aisha got a baby.
Aisha, who was here the last time, she married too. So like,
I want to know what the problem was, because clearly
Exactly.
our husbands don't have a problem with
exactly.
us.
They're married. Since that's what y'all try to use as a way to shame people.
And the other dude that said, I can't cook, run me my 50 bands, bro. I'm waiting
Period.
on you, please. I bake. My lasagna is slapped,
It do.
and I've been making cinnamon rolls. Run me my money. Tell me what, DM me. I will give you my GT bank account number. Because if you don't send it, I'm going to come back here and tell them you a liar.
Exactly.
I'm going to tell you a liar.
Stand 10 toes down.
Yeah, I'm
That's
going to tell
all
you a
we
liar.
asking.
Because if you're going to say it with your chest, and you said it with your
And
chest,
that's,
so
and
bring it
that's
with
another
your
thing
chest.
I wanted to talk about. Y'all really brave over the internet. Faceless people that, of course, you know, you're
With your
behind
fake
your screen.
accounts.
Exactly. Y'all are behind
Not
your
your real
screens.
name.
It's easy to do all of that.
Yeah.
But don't even worry.
But
With your fake name.
Fake name, fake account. You think that
You don't know what we studied,
First of
Sha.
all, internet is forever. People are tech savvy in this place. That's all I gotta say. But because it's not worth our time, trust me.
We let it go.
We let it
Well,
go.
if I wanted to know, y'all know you.
Oh, but then again, thank
it's
you
okay.
for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Putting the views up, period.
Yes, we appreciate it.
love y'all.
Check out the first video, and the second video is on our YouTube video and a daily dose.
Yeah.
Plus, thank you very much. Check us out. We will be
Period.
there all day, every day throughout. Even though we're entering halal season, we wish you the best. Now let's get into it. What it do, gang? How's everybody feeling?
What's up? We're good.
We're doing good and very excited about Ramadan.
Yeah.
And Ramadan Mubarak, everybody.
Yeah, I ain't fasting, but Ramadan Mubarak. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm
That's why
I'm
she got a
breastfeeding.
baby. And she got a man.
In your face.
Oh,
No, but the thing is though, they use that as a gotcha moment.
No,
Like,
for
they
real.
use it as a way to shame people. So it's like, but the gag is, she got a man that love her, and she got a baby, and she got a community.
Mashallah.
Beautiful baby.
She has love. She has love.
Mashallah. Alhamdulillah.
That's all we gotta say. That's why y'all's
Madam,
comments.
look at that 50 game over my favor.
Run her money.
Nala in is a halis.
No, nigga, because if not, the vex. I'm gonna tell a vex.
But then I think the best part about this whole situation is they came out
Yeah.
and they shared their feelings and everything online, and they
I
were
love
ready
that.
to have that
conversation,
conversation with
yeah.
us,
Yeah.
and that's amazing. So like,
I
just
love that part.
come out again, comment,
Let's
like,
Like, comment,
repost,
subscribe,
Thank
retweet.
you.
follow them
Yes.
on all social media
Platforms,
platforms.
yes.
Let's have a conversation.
Facebook everywhere.
Period.
All day,
Yeah,
every
all
day,
every day.
everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere. One and only. One and only.
One and only.
No,
Period.
I actually brag about that because it makes me so happy. Nah, man. Today's topic, honestly, is a little more flexible than we normally would do. As you already seen with the cackling earlier about your comment section, that was funny. So I'm gonna let that go as what it is. But right now, about to enter this halal season. There's a lot that we've been going through. Because mind you, those episodes that y'all first saw was a year ago.
A year ago.
There'll be
lot-
life
A lot has
changes.
changed.
Yup.
Yeah.
Mindsets have changed.
Yep.
Priorities have changed.
Yes, everything has
have
changed.
Life be life in.
No, life
That's
has
all I
been
gotta say.
very much changes.
Life be
Yeah.
life in.
Life has been.
We're
life
the
in.
same people, but
I'm not the same person. I ain't gonna say that. I'm not the same person. I changed that time. I was pregnant with a baby, a human being. I was
human
growing
being.
feet
Yeah.
and knuckles
Yeah.
and kidneys
Yeah.
and balls.
All
It
of
was
it.
hard. I was going through it. I'm not about to sugarcoat that, bro.
Look, it
I was
ain't
in the
easy.
trenches.
It ain't easy.
I don't care what anybody say to me. If your wife is pregnant, make sure that whatever the baby is weight, buy her that weight in gold. She
Period.
deserves it.
Period.
If the baby is 3.5, I want a 3.5 gold. Because you know why?
Period.
She's alive. I almost died.
Exactly.
That's every woman. I almost died.
I almost
Because
Yeah.
we all almost
It's not,
died.
it's not easy.
Like
not
my
easy.
mom,
It's not a
I'm
walk.
nicer to her these days, kinda, somewhat. But that's a different topic.
Yeah.
But like, we almost died. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I'm
good
expecting
understanding. Yeah.
everybody to start getting gold from now on.
Yeah.
Since everybody
Yeah.
want to buy diamond rings,
Yeah.
buy us gold when we get pregnant.
Yeah.
I don't want no car. Buy gold or land. I don't want no liability. I want assets.
That's it.
Because we need to get assets for every child that's coming out of us.
Yeah.
Assets.
Yeah. Honestly, it's reasonable.
I think
Because
after
I
you
don't
have a
understand.
baby, you get closer to your mom.
Because you're like, dang. Like, I see what you went through.
Okay, I was
Personally-
living not far from my mom.
Yes,
honestly. I was
yes.
close to her naturally.
But
We
but
just argue.
but there's like it's just different,
Yeah.
because now you've experienced
experienced it, yeah.
what she went through. There's more yirmande.
There is. And there's more patience.
There's
I
more
know I
patience
have
now.
More patience
Yes.
It's like, oh, you've done this more than once.
Yes, that's the thing.
I
gotta do
looked
this
at my
again.
mom with all her chest, and I went to her after I gave birth, and I looked at her like, so you went through this one time, and you looked at yourself again, and you
And
said,
you
you know
said,
what, I can do this again.
Again?
My mom did it 4 times.
Mine did it 6 times, girl.
I'm like, what was going through your brain? And then they tell me, God makes you forget. I'm like, God Stockholm syndrome. That's what it is. God
They
Stockholm
say
syndrome.
some hormone
Oxytocin.
release, I
no,
don't
it's
know what.
oxytocin. They say it forgets you. It gives you nice skin and makes you forgetful. That's why I
They
don't
say
remember
like once you
nothing.
have the baby, it's like, oh,
I still remember.
Yeah.
it's all worth it.
No, I don't remember that much, but
Yeah.
I'm still a bit traumatized. So
I'm
it's been
still
4
traumatized.
years.
No, it makes sense.
traumatized.
It's not a walk in the park.
Nah, it's not working
it's
apart,
not-
bro.
it's not
It's not a work in the park. The trenches. I will one of these days we're gonna have a full show about this.
Motherhood, yeah.
Because motherhood is not what is clocked out to be. Because social media been lying to y'all, bro. I'm not gonna lie. These kids will have you crying in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. Why? Because they just feel like they want to yell at you for real. Nah, it's not that he don't got to fart.
No.
He got to pee.
No.
Nah, he hungry.
No.
He just feel like, let me just scream at you. That's just my mood for the day. And you just got to be there and suck it up and be the adult. Let me tell you something. I'm a babe. I'm a child. I felt like
just
this
a
whole pregnancy
girl.
was teen pregnancy for real. I'm still just here like, how am I 29?
No, I do feel that though.
And I'm a parent.
No, I feel that.
God
Because you
looked at
still
me
feel
and
like you're a
said,
teen.
"You're a parent."
Yeah.
I looked at
Yeah.
God. I really would not forget. I prayed to God looking at him. I was like, I'm in denial. I get it because I'm pregnant, but like I'm in denial. But like God really, you
remember
looked at
that
me
time.
and you said, I'll give you a child. You looked at me.
Out of
I said-
everybody.
Everybody in the world. In this time of your life. And you said,
I remember
You're
that.
gonna be the one.
I remember that call.
yeah. I was like,
It's like,
no.
that's not.
Mm-mm.
I refuse
I
to
know what you
believe
talking
it.
about. It can't be me.
Even when the baby is born, and like sometimes you're like, wait, is that my child?
Bro, that happened to me the man tonight. It's not even funny.
That
like,
happens
I
to
turned
me
and I
still.
felt a hand on me. I almost screamed. And I was like,
Imagine just flip
oh, hold on,
him.
who's this? I was like, oh wait, I have a baby.
Yo, you know you're 4 or 5 months in. She's 4 years, and I still look at her. I'm like,
Oh, I know.
did God just give me a child?
Like you looked at me, bro.
So
Like what did I? I'm like, I thought we had an agreement, Lord. Like I thought my order when I sent it, I was specific about certain things.
He expedited it.
Only God heard only 2 years. That's all
Yeah.
God heard in my order.
Oh.
2 years.
Honestly, he has a sense of humor, and I
No,
love
he
it.
really do.
You gotta be so specific about
You
your
gotta.
prayers.
I was specific, bro. I told him where I had to be, what time, what my skin tone had to look like, what was the season.
He said, yeah,
Man, them said,
he said,
all
that's
I heard
cute.
was 2 years.
2 years. He said, that's cute. That can still happen, but we're gonna throw a baby.
Because he is the best planner.
Planner,
No, for real.
Period.
That's it.
No, for real.
Period.
No, but like I look at my baby now, I'm just like,
Yeah.
He's the cutest.
he's so cute.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, you kind of snapped on this
No, y'all ate on that. For real.
I'm like, thank you. I'm like, I've liked this design system. Like, I'm so happy to be your co-creator. We have done a good job.
Y'all did.
My husband is like, what about me? I'm like, please,
this ain't
stay
about
in your
you.
lane. But like, it's kind of offensive because the baby look just like him,
No,
and I'm just there
that's
like,
his twin.
And
that's his twin.
science-wise, and
Yeah.
I'm
That's
like,
his-
God,
Yeah.
what was I, chopped liver? I was just out here being the delivery man. I was the Amazon for this baby. That's what I was.
No,
I was
you
the
actually-
delivery man.
no, you were actually
honestly.
the delivery
You
man.
were
I
just-
really was.
Because even his blood, everything was
Thanks.
him. They was just using you.
As a carrier,
That's it.
I was the DHL.
You were his portal,
I was literally the
portal
DHL.
to enter the world.
Yeah, I was DHL. I really was DHL. I really was the DHL. The Amazon. I was the DHL and the Amazon. That's what I was.
Screaming, bro.
That's what I was. And I'm still offended to this day. But he looks at me and then he smiles. I'm like, oh my
Oh, he's so
God.
cute. Oh,
Human
he's so
being.
cute.
Okay, cool. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
He's so
good.
cute.
So,
He's so cute.
like we said, we're gonna have this whole topic of motherhood and pregnancy and giving birth at another day. Because I know the dudes are already there like, look that boy, why if he beard? Man, go to do that beard. Again, I'm
But y'all be part of it.
There's some real science
It
right
takes
there.
two to tango.
I was
Man, please, it took them 3 seconds, some of them, and you're telling me what? And it took me 9 months. You know what I'm saying? It's taking some dudes 3 seconds. And then 9 months for the woman to walk is a lot of work. And that's all I'm saying. Like, it's not giving equal amount of participation for all the things they get.
It's me with a halo.
and you're gonna be a mother their whole life.
Exactly. Men can be part-time dads, low-key. Anyways.
No, for real. No, they
before,
can. They
Yo,
actually
before
can.
we get into the stuff, yeah.
No, they really can. They really can. And that's crazy. That's,
Anyways.
to be a woman in this generation, in this life, in this dunya. God, after this life, I hope I retire. I don't want to come back here.
Oh my gosh, imagine there was such a thing as reincarnation. I'd be like, God, don't ever do that again.
Oh, no, I actually genuinely believe that. I genuinely believe that.
I would be a woman
You
again.
know, I've seen.
I'd rather be a woman than a man.
It reminds me of a TikTok I've seen where it's like, you know, you only live once. I would hope so. I'm like, God, we're tired.
I feel like God has tested me for eons.
It's like, it's
I'm
okay.
not even
Let's
joking.
just go to the next step.
Yeah.
Afterlife.
Nah, see me?
Reincarnation.
I just
Earth
wanna be
is
somebody's
ghetto.
guide.
Earth is too ghetto.
is.
I can't.
I want to be somebody's guide after this life. I don't want to come back. I don't want to be a woman. I don't want to be a man. I don't want to be nothing. I just want to be God instead. Let me be back inside God essence and just stay and relax.
Period.
I want retirement. I am done. I don't want to be
Yeah.
here no more. I won't be here no more. The earth can do whatever they gotta
Honestly,
do.
it's ghetto.
They can do
The earth-
whatever they
and then
gotta do.
The earth is what will end us all at one point.
mean,
The earth is
Bro,
tired.
I mean,
All this global warming, climate change type shit.
honestly.
Earth is
global
gonna get her
warming.
lick
But
back.
you know what's funny though? Gambia actually is doing relatively well in like the global warming country section things that they
I feel
have.
like African countries. As
We're
a
doing
whole,
better,
But
yeah.
the problem is the other countries.
Continents, yeah,
They
the-
come and bring stuff and just dump it
That's
here.
it.
So
'Cause
We allow
apparently-
it though.
Thank you.
We
We
do.
are apparently the
That's
trash
true.
can.
we
So
are,
sad.
and the testing ground for God knows.
This
what.
is another topic for another
Good
day.
day.
We have to
Yeah,
write it down. though. Motherhood, climate change.
Change. How do they intersect? Because they're all mothers saying now one of them has to be showing their vim. The word I want to use, I can't use it on live.
Yeah,
notes,
yeah,
so
yeah,
what's-
yeah,
Motherhood. The artist say mother too. Oh.
No,
Pum nigga ni mga jump slippers. Right now, the earth is
no.
throwing its
She's
slippers.
gonna get her lick back. And-
No, she's getting her leg back.
Yeah.
She said,
You see
So y'all
now
don't
these
care about me.
you see these hurricanes and stuff like the stuff that happened, like
Yeah.
for example in Florida.
"Oh, that one was."
And because
That's my old
of
state.
right, because of like the rise in temperatures, all these different things, it's got even worse than it would be like compared to the last couple
Yeah.
years. My brother was chilling. He's in Florida. And when it was happening, we're panicking. This man just sent like a meme, like, "Oh, this meme is so funny." I'm like, "My guy, I'm all the way here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show it to you."
No, Gambia.
Like we're panicking,
But
and you
you-
just
We're very
chilling over
fortunate.
there.
You know the media, they exaggerate.
Yeah, yeah.
things.
No, but I
No,
did, but
it's
I did.
actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me tell you something.
But I
the
did
first
read
time
a
I
bunch of
experienced
articles.
hurricane season in Florida, I will gladly say this on behalf of all the Floridians. They don't give a damn.
Oh no,
They
they
don't
used
care.
to it. They used
They
to it.
do not.
They
It
used
does
to
not
it.
even. It does not phase them. The light is off. Okay, cool. We're gonna throw a party. Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't care.
yeah. They got their flashlights, all of that.
They got their
going
liquor
on.
in the back. They don't
Yeah.
care about nothing.
The gallons and
their
gallons of
sleepover
milk.
is happening.
Yeah.
They don't
No,
care.
but global warming for real, for climate change, all these natural disasters, it's made it 10 times worse. Trust.
When I look at all the other countries going through, natural disasters and
yeah,
climate change
yeah.
and everything, I'm very proud to be Gambian, and I'm very proud to be
It's because of the way the
Alhamdulillah,
geography with the
Alhamdulillah.
plates and whatnot. It's something.
because
with
I'm not
geography.
thinking, I'm not, and
God
these
like us.
and these wildfires too. I'm not thinking of my home getting burnt. I'm not
We don't have to
thinking
worry
of
about
a flood.
earthquakes. We don't have to worry about
Alhamdulillah.
tsunamis.
All of
Well,
that.
we do experience floods, but
Floods,
only like
yeah,
in
but,
summer.
Terrible infrastructure, but
Yeah.
again,
But let's get
another
into
topic
it.
for that day.
No, at least today they just like these people are digressing.
No,
today.
we
are
yapping today.
digressing.
This is
Today we're
our
digressing. Today
train
we're
of
just-
thought.
We're just
We're
chilling
catching up.
because honestly it's been a year, bro. We're catching
Yeah.
up today.
We're catching up,
You know,
yeah.
so like, what's going on with y'all? How everybody doing?
Leave it in the comments. Let
You
us know what's
let
up.
us know what's up.
Yeah.
Because the city hot, but like it's actually very ponde, to be honest with you, and very dry.
You wash your car
like,
today.
it's
2
not-
days later, did you touch it?
No, son, they can be tired, they can be young good. Me, I miss the days that I used to pick money. I'm getting just for hard is they can be, bro. No, like they say it's hot in the city, but it's hot in the city.
The inflation is hotter.
The inflation is hotter,
Economic whatnot is hotter.
bro.
Okay.
When was the last time you picked tala? That's all I'm gonna say. When was the last time you picked tala?
That's a good question.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That tala
I
that
ain't
you
even
could
ask
go
you
to the
$5
shop.
or $10.
Did you go to
When
the
was
shop
the
and
last
buy
time
minty?
you picked tala?
I picked $10 in the garbage.
Period. In the garbage?
Yeah.
What were you doing in the garbage, girl?
So I went to throw out garbage.
Ah, you got lucky.
I was
Oh,
just there.
period.
I was like, it's just $10.
But what can you buy with $10 these days, though?
Bread.
What bread?
Bread
is
that's
$13.
13. I thought it was $13.
When?
But $13 la léegi.
I thought they guy waxaguñ
No,
ne
go-
13.
I don't think the boutiques care that.
Monday baa ngi jëndee mburu $10.
Muru $13 lañ ko jëlee fanaa ñu si mburu.
Oh, I heard people complaining.
But then again, I
about
haven't been buying bread. I've been using flat bread and wheat bread lately.
I've been buying toast bread because I'm lazy.
No, that's what my mom thinks. But it's also healthier. But hot in the city, let's talk about this actually. Now that we're in this flour conversation, let's talk about it. Because this was actually, I was heated about this conversation. Because as a Gambian, in this Gambia, and you have dugup. I'm just saying, and you have dugup.
And you
You
have-
want to complain about white flour.
Yeah.
White flour.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you have dugup.
Yeah.
And you're complaining about flour prices. And that's why they didn't want to make bread in this Gambia. What is the point? What is the point of having dugup? And dugup is even healthier and better for us. And we couldn't, our brains didn't go, you know what? Forget the white flour. Then your door exclusively did defar mudu dugup.
No, honestly,
What happened to that?
I think ñëpp suñ bàyyoon di lekk mbuur.
That ain't happening.
No, they don't help.
All day in hell.
Gambians.
Jay even had to laugh about that. He said,
Bread
I
and
know you lying.
rice.
ñu
Oh,
dañ
no.
bëgg a mburu. And let me tell you, man, I experimented with like not eating bread.
Oh no, my mom
And,
loves doing that.
and I was honestly, I felt it.
Yeah.
Really?
Like I
No,
felt the
it is.
difference
You
in
lose
my
weight,
body.
you'll feel lighter. It's actually
Yeah.
you feel better.
Yeah.
Because the flour in itself, is it the carbohydrates? I can't remember. There was a
Yeah.
whole science behind it. Like they talk about it. That's why even like in Scandinavian countries they eat more sourdough bread.
Yeah, sourdough bread.
Yeah. Than they do whole wheat.
It got
like,
me into
like
researching
flour
about bread.
Yeah.
Even like rice bread we
Yeah.
could
It
make.
will be a cold
Yeah.
day
You
in
know?
hell before
Then you
Gambians
ji
let
malo.
go.
Ñu fi am nañ again dugub. I'm just saying this
Bread
like
and
some
rice,
of this
a
outside
chokehold.
problems should not be Gambian problems.
Balaa loolu yëpp
Respectfully.
duñ toog a ruy ñu toog a cuuraa gerte
Billahi wallahi.
ah mbooxa yaa ngi fi ah ñu def suñ
Paquet de
mbooxa
dugub
yaa
yaa
The
ngi fi.
Guinea Jobs and stuff like
You
that.
know,
yeah.
Pakila is here.
Yeah.
Ah.
We gotta get creative.
pancake yaa
I
ngi fi
really was sick about that. I ain't gonna lie. I saw this post online. I was so angry. I told mom, I'm like, what is this rubbish, bro? Because, like, at this point, they mean how the government put you there. They're not doing. Bro, like, so at this point, we might as well, in the words of the American, you wear your shoes tie your shoes by your shoes.
No, you gotta pull yourself by the
as
bootstraps.
Thank you. What they said. Pull yourself by your own bootstrap.
what they said.
But the problem with America is that they're so individualistic. That's the problem.
But that's my thing. Us, we are
That
community
pulling-
bound.
No, that's true.
And the community bound should be able to come together and say,
that's
you know
true.
what, this one community will
Before they
will
got
grain
to
the
that
flour, will grain this.
individualism, isn't it a community that built that country?
You think they care about
What
that?
community? It was
Child.
slavery.
Slavery?
And before the slavery, the Indians were there. The Indians had a community. I can't
They
tell
did.
when
And
Columbus
then
and his
Columbus
people came in, they did not have a
discovered,
community.
huh?
He
America.
discovered what
He did not discover it.
All
actually.
he brought was diseases.
Thank you. I'm glad she air quotes. I don't know what y'all. I'm so sorry. We're not gonna be in this American
No.
business but you gotta understand.
But the problem is
international issues
anything
affects us,
Exactly. Anything happens with them, it affects the whole world, which is
bro.
sad.
And right now.
Anyways, that one.
But then man daal say xool industrie bi daal tey daal dama ne tey dañoo laal tuuti ñam fu nekka parce que weeru góor baa ngeen ñëw te fu mu nekk nii taay yi ni door ngeen di yeru démba last foot ngeen démba waaw hey tey ngeen a last foot di
No.
Yeah, technically you
no,
can.
it's done.
Demba.
Yeah,
They
because
last one,
tonight
'cause
is when
yesterday-
everyone's going to the
Because they
mosque.
don't know
yeah
nafila.
so yesterday they were partying last weekend I saw y'all all of y'all yeah she said I don't know what she's talking about I saw y'all was out here last week jay si nga bokka last word kat yi
ñu ngi woon
Wow.
si snap bi di seetaan
di
ñu.
snap maa ngi
suñ
leen
kaw
gisoon
lali.
waaw maa ngi leen gisoon ngeen nekk fi jàppaleen say sago I hope you enjoyed
the fifth.
yourself now we're going into halal season so halal season daal I don't know how you're going there like what are the intentions you guys have for like this Ramadan at least
Are we talking about like the goals
Yeah.
that we have?
yeah like like if my goals are not complete like at least the intention
the
going
intention.
into it
Yeah.
I think for me, off the top of my head, I wanna read the Quran again. I did that last year. Obviously, I don't have it memorized yet, but I just like reading it and actually
Yeah.
going through each because I just feel like as a community, I feel like we rely too much on other people. Personally, in
perspective
life.
of the Quran
Quran, when you can, as
Go
you're
and find
reading, you
yourself.
don't understand something, just go through different sources and do your actual research and stuff like that. So I want to go back and do that. I want to make sure that look, I got a bunch of prayers. I got to pray. So, yeah.
what about
Yeah.
you Miss Goldie Yellow
Miss
Banana
Sunshine,
Yellow.
period.
Miss Mustard
Mustard on the beat.
I don't know why I saw
sorry.
a bottle of mustard just like with
The-
the headphones.
Yo, today, I told you in Banjul, this
Yeah.
guy was like, suma doon mutarda day, yow lay jël.
No, Gambians know how to compliment it.
No, but
They know how to compliment.
we have Riz.
No, Riz.
We have so much
that was-
Riz that it makes me proud to be Gambian because we have Riz.
Yeah,
now.
his name was Malik. I can still remember. I remember his name.
No, but it's those compliments that will make your day.
They do.
Man. I'm like, okay. Honestly, I've been preparing for Ramadan since December.
Mashallah.
So I have my goals, and obviously, you know, things happen. You know, we make plans,
Yeah.
but it doesn't go through like the way we want to.
Of course.
But I just want to feel good. I just want to be happy, you know, and just feel the love Ramadan brings, the peace it brings, the easiness it brings, where you can worship while surrounded by everybody worshiping, you know. So it just makes
It's a
things
different vibe.
It's just a different
Yeah, 'cause
vibe.
it's like everybody is on the same wavelength.
Exactly. So it makes worshiping so easy because everybody's doing it with you.
Yeah.
You know, wherever you go, wherever you turn, you're reminded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and about the deen. So I mean, let's
love it.
just go at it and just do it.
And also give yourselves grace. If you
Thank
have
you.
a long
And
list,
stop judging the girls that was wearing a wig last week and they came today with their hijab. I
Like-
hate when we do that every year.
That is none of your business.
exactly.
I hate that so much every year because that's not your business. You know the part in the Quran where God says, when you go in that grave, you go alone, and when He judging you, He judging you by Himself.
alone.
He
By
didn't say,
yourself.
I'm going to judge you along with the community.
Exactly.
What's your business?
Exactly.
Let it go. And Shorty, you look good last week and you look good this week too.
Period. But yeah, give
Ooh.
yourself grace if you're not
Yes,
able to finish.
yes.
It's just 30 days. The 30 days can go
No, 30 days if I got
quickly.
it.
so fast.
It's
If I got 'em,
goes so
especially league.
yeah.
Because
So don't beat yourself up.
we're starting on Saturday.
Yeah.
By next Saturday, that's a week. That's
That's a
7
week
days.
already.
And so first 10 days,
It's
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, we're fasting like the month of March. So it's
Yeah.
like,
So
yeah.
it's
So
so
give
fast.
yourselves grace.
Yes.
And then also
And patience, a lot of patience.
patience, please.
Yeah.
Like, don't beat yourself up. You know.
And going in with the right intentions. I feel
God
like
is
a lot
with
of
the patient.
yeah, because I feel like a lot of people don't go setting intentions properly.
It's very important.
Because even like before we pray, like because I noticed this, okay, this is just my observation, obviously, and it's my opinion. So if you do it, my bad, I didn't know you did it. Because
Yeah.
from west side of town, it don't look like most of y'all do it.
Yeah.
Where it's like before you start to pray, there's an actual dua for intention of the time that you're praying.
Yeah.
Because then even like if you go into the prayer and you're not as focused, God has already know that's what you intended to
Intended,
do.
yeah.
And He
Intention is
has
very
already
important.
given you that for the intention
Yeah.
that you have set up. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, you have to go through setting the right intentions for yourself throughout the time. And just like, understand, bro, God is flexible. God is sweet. God is kind. He's forgiving. He don't got
Exactly.
time for all this other stuff that people
Yeah.
stress you over.
Exactly.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
I ain't going to be fasting. So, hello, breastfeeding mommies. Ñu ne ñoom na chombi léegi. Waaye nag dañoo try na duñ chom si kanam nit ñi nag. Ñu baalal leen tuuti. But if you see me eating out in the streets, because I'm
Mind your
still
business.
go.
Mind your business. That's
If
it.
Jacob Brunch is open, they're gonna see me. But like,
Shout
if
out,
they're not,
shout out,
if
shout out
they're
to
not
Jacob
open,
Brunch.
yeah, I'm gonna stay in my home. I make my own French toast. But other than that, if you see me out in the streets eating, mind your business.
Mind your business.
I eat for two
Exactly.
and half of me, and I'm not
And
actually three
also-
technically. My spirit too. My spirit likes to eat.
And I wanted to add to that, if you see anybody, guy or girl eating, you don't know what the reason
What the situation is.
So
Yeah. Go into it without judgment.
Without
Oh, that's the
judgment.
word right there. Go into it without judgment.
I just think like jaamul sa jaamu.
exactly.
Yeah, ma
Do what you can do.
Loolu between yow ak sa yàlla la.
Exactly.
Yeah, ma understand. Keneen ak keneen li moo def.
Exactly.
Su fekkee mun ngaa waxtaana moom. Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Wow.
Exactly.
Ak ni nga ko
Respectfully.
ak ni nga ko waxee. Because ñun we like.
Our sense of tone.
The tone. The tone is very
What's
important.
what's the word I always use for Gambians? For
We're
us.
tone deaf. No. Okay.
We
But I see
feel
what you're
like we are.
Superior?
No. I'll find the word. You know.
Give me the description of the word.
Sing yai brain see.
No, give me the description. I'm gonna try.
There's a way that
it's
they
like-
talk to people?
No, because entitled. We like come.
Facts. Facts.
She's saying a word right here.
She
She's
said-
preaching.
She said a word.
Yeah, there's a sense of entitlement. I think also that plays a part in my opinion, with entitlement comes with like the community, because you think you're in community, you feel that you're entitled to their this and that and that and that. You feel like you can overstep where you're not supposed to be overstepping. I just feel like
'Cause
there's
Hey,
a
look
level,
who I like.
yeah, and I feel like there's a level of comfortability we have, so
No,
that makes
we-
it easy for people to just be talking to you crazy.
No, it's this is how I describe it. It's like the closeness I think I have with you might not be the closeness that we actually have.
Exactly.
So I'm coming at you with this realness of telling you about yourself. In reality, I don't know anything going on in your life.
Exactly.
But then why? You don't know her.
You don't know her.
Exactly.
But
You're in
Farao-
Gambia.
Farao rek.
am nga ku nekk daal yow ni nga bëggee nit ki waxa yow waxeel noonu nit ak nit ñi daal yaa ngi ma understand
Gën a takk.
waaw so sooy ak tamit bul feel like ne yow just because yow maybe yow da nga feel like da nga jànga or da nga xam you know yaa ngi feel like ne yow yaa ngi julli yow 5 times a day yaa ngi read Quran ak yooyu but what's in your heart.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's what
What's
God
in
is going
your
to be
heart?
looking at
You
outside
don't
of the
understand.
actions.
So today something happened to me when I went to Juma.
Oh my
So-
God. I miss going to the Juma.
So this woman,
We have a Juma date.
yeah, we
Yes,
should.
we should.
We definitely
No,
should.
I would love to take back. I want him to just go and
Oh,
hear it.
really? Oh,
It's
That's
beautiful.
what I
should do
want
it.
for him to go and hear it.
noted.
It's so it's beautiful when you're praying with,
With other people. Yeah,
other
yeah,
people, you
yeah.
know. So this woman, maa ngi dem Japa. Xam nga, this is my first time at the Juma. Maa ngi dem Japa. Mu ne ma satala bi dañ ko dee duggee si douche bi so bu ko teg foofu ma ne ko ok baax na no problem ma jël satala bi di sotti ndox bi bu ndox bi siit foofu noonu la I was like ok yaa defal nanka rek waa du ma sa morom waaw man mut naa la yaay but I kept quiet. I believe that if this was me, let's say last year, I'd be like, you know.
Are we getting it?
Yeah, suma waxoon duma sam.
Oh,
I was
we
like,
gon' get
morom poti dala ku jot sol, you know. But you know, I try as hard as possible not to be disrespectful to people. But dama feel like when you're an elder, yow tamit danga wara xam
there's a way of
ni nga
talking.
waxe.
Waxee nit, yeah.
I didn't say anything. I was very quiet. Ma jël suma satala bi dem Japa, dem kenn ki mu ko naan di bul wax, but I was quiet. And I went and I prayed.
Mashallah.
Ñu julli ba pare. Moom tam bu mu doon ñëw mu maa xool. Ñu julli ba pare mu ngi taxaw ma doon romba ma ne ko yaa booy mu ne ma baalal ma aha. I was like man tam baalal ma aha parce que xam naa ne maybe tam man mistake naa bàyyuma ko xel waaye baalal I feel like people should be very
They should be able to come down.
And just be aware of
just come down
Yeah.
because lum la may du la ko xañ.
Yeah.
yaa ma understand.
Ooh, that's a word. Lum la mayo du la ko xañ.
Yeah. So
Ooh, I like that one. I felt that one.
be humble.
Feel that one.
Yeah.
Be calm.
Be calm,
You
be
know,
kind.
like jëlal nit ku
Baal
nekk
du la wàññi
as
dara.
yourself.
Yeah. Du la wàññi. No, lady.
Wow.
Because they're yourselves. They're just different versions of
They just-
yourselves, but they are literally yourselves.
Yourself,
And that's the thing. I feel like okay. So I was telling Mojan this in the car, and I was like, during the day I'm watching anime and I'm on my little social stuff.
Yeah.
But nighttime I spend a lot of time just learning different perspectives on different religions and how they practice and how they generally view the world. And I noticed, because we went to Dada together,
Yeah.
and I noticed I was like, we have some of like the Quran's teachings is very similar to Eastern religion, like Eastern religion. I don't know. I would say no. Eastern spiritual teachings. I wouldn't say they're religion, but I would say they're spirituality.
Yeah.
Like how the Buddha talks about certain stuff is the way that the Quran describes the way that we involve ourselves in relationships. And I was like, and when they say when you view other people, view them as yourselves because what they really are is extensions of God manifesting Himself and showing different versions of going through the experience. So like when you look at Mama is still Sainabu, but
Yeah.
Mama is Sainabu doing different things
Different
that
things.
Sainabu did not do.
Yeah.
The choices that Sainabu did not make. That's the choices that she made. And the same thing with over there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, so they're just me having to go through the trenches.
Yeah.
So that when we come, I feel like that's why I'm like, when we die, we just coming together really and be like, bro,
We are.
I'm glad you
Yeah,
went
we
that
are.
way. Because
Yeah, we are.
me,
In
the
heaven.
direction I went was, girl, I don't see nowhere other than heaven. Can't nobody tell me nothing about hell. It ain't my business. I don't know it. I don't condone it. I don't hear it. It ain't got nothing to do with me. As far as I'm concerned, me and God had a conversation at 5. I am going to heaven.
Nothing is going to
Period.
make me miss out
That's
on
it.
heaven. No.
That's it. My auntie is waiting for me. She came and saw me. She told me I'm going. I don't care about anybody else. It's not my business. Me, personally,
Yeah.
I am in the gates. I am knocking like this.
Let me
What
in.
it do? I'm here. I'm back.
What's up?
I ain't going back down there though. Bro?
Yeah.
No, God
We
gonna
got
have
a
to
blast.
drag me back here. I mean that literally with my legs and me screaming.
But he is the
Ooh.
most merciful.
No, mashallah. And that's the thing. He really is.
Yeah.
Bro, because I've gone through so much in life and I realized my friend Aura, she says this in America, she's like, you're one of the weirdest people I know. I'm like, why? She's like, because every time you pray for something with vim, God gives it to you. And it's not even like something he slows down. He just accepts it for you. I'm like, because let me tell you something. In the Quran, God told me, ask and you shall receive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? Give him my list.
That's it.
It's not my business how I get
I got
it.
a whole notes here, and I'm already ticking
my
certain things off
business.
already. I'm just saying.
All I know, this is how I go into it. It is not my business how I got it. It ain't my business what he do to give it to me.
Yeah.
That's on him.
Look,
he
hands
told
out.
me, let it go. I will handle it. And you know what I'm going to do? Let it go. He can handle it. It's not my business.
Exactly.
I'm going to just tell him, God, look,
This
I
is what I
want this and this. What on this timeline would be nice. If it's not meant for me during this timeline, you can switch it up. I don't mind. But like, I want better too. So if better come in, I'll wink. I'm like, if better come in with, extra stuff, I'm going to take it, please. Thank you, sir. I like you. I appreciate you. But like, she really is like, you talk to God like you're talking to me, like it's your friend. I'm like, because God is my dog. That's my friend.
He's near
That's
you.
my
He's
friend.
literally. What was that saying in the Quran? I can't remember. There was a line that had to do with like saying that he's as close to you as like
Your heart.
your heart, like your vessel.
Your
thing.
a string, your heartstring.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The other host is outside. She been calling me. Okay. So I forgot about it. Y'all could just cut that part. But now, for real, because like I really thought about it, and I was like, religion is not complex. It's never been too complicated.
It's quite easy.
It really is. But you know, how nga nit mo si duga. Nita duga si bir religion yahal ko nit, complicated ko nit.
Why
They
nita de ya halu neka?
Nita de yahalu neka. But no, I really I had this moment at 5 because my mom would make me pray when I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
And they took a picture of that day and it's so funny to me because I remember it.
Yeah.
And I remember like, I asked my mom like, why do you think we gotta do this for God, this difficult? Like God does it. Yalla fala woods monjulute 5 times. Yalla fa waxtaan ak man ba léegi. So my mom looked at me and said,
That's true.
I'm like, but why do I have to pray 5 times? She said, because God said you should do it. I'm like, when did he say that? He didn't say that to me.
And that's where faith comes in.
Yeah. My mom
You
was
don't
like-
know him. You've never seen him, but you believe in him.
My mom said, what do you mean? I was like, he never said that to me. That where the God? I'm like, I don't have a collar. I don't know why I was like that as a child. And I was very reonant. So she gave me this collar and just took it. And then she ran because I was literally in this little blue dress. And then she ran, took a picture, and just came and pictured it. And I'm just there smiling on my face like. But like, it was so funny. And I'm like, I remembered that again in like 2016 when I was going through this phase of like, I wanted my closeness again. Because I was going through so much in that year. Oh, that year was the churches. I was going through it so much, like, I didn't want to be alive anymore. I really was done with this world. Like, I was like, God, look, at this point, for real, man, they could burn. I'm going.
Let me just come back to you.
Yeah, I'm like, let me come back. I don't want to be here no more. Like, these people are mean. They're cruel. I don't like how they talk to me.
I want to go
I
home.
hate it. No, bro, I really was at the gates. I was knocking and the thing in the house, Malika Maltu was just like, I'm not answering the door, bro. Like, leave me alone.
We're not ready for you yet.
Yeah, like,
It
don't
ain't
call
your
me
time
no more.
yet.
Like, it felt, it's like going through an ex that you just trying to get in contact with, but he don't want you back.
He don't want you.
It's like, nah, not right now.
He said, I don't want you, bro. Leave me alone. Like, nama ko don chase why follow man is follow man, and alhamdulillah he didn't follow me, because I'm just like, now I'm like, wow, I'm married with a kid.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. But like, I remember that year so much. I found Mufti Mink that year. My mom started seeing me moving my head. My mom said, hey, ban jigéen ustaas nga am. No, dégg yaay Gambien yi nag dañu yëpp ne ma ne ban jigéen ustaas nga am ba nga tuub. That's how she said it. Ne ma ban jigéen ustaas nga am ba nga tuub. Ma ne ko waay moom ma ne ko ne ma ne ko his name is Mufti Binks. And I was just there like his name is Mufti Binks. My mom said, fu mu jógee ma ne ko he's South African. My mom actually thinks I met a man.
Why you gotta be?
I'm like, no, he's just this dude online.
No,
I'm like, he's this dude online. He already got 1 wife. I think he has 2. But if he's looking for 3, I would be available.
I used to say that. I was like, Mufti? So
No,
you're
Mufti.
right now.
No,
Take me to the masjid, please.
Bro, that's why when he came and I couldn't go,
Oh, I was not here for that.
Sick.
I went.
I was
nice.
sick.
I was
must-
to my tummy
there.
because I didn't know about it. I was sick.
I saw
was
him
and I was
advertising.
married too.
No,
so I
the
was like,
second time he came, I didn't know about it.
time.
Publicity pipeline must be the
Yes, he
No,
did.
the second time. Oh, I
This
didn't
was
know
like a
that.
couple of months ago.
Couple of months ago,
My
yes.
little brother went and they had the audacity to come and tell me. I wanted to throw my phone.
Oh my gosh!
I
if he-
saw
if he
it.
comes
I
next
saw
time,
it
we
on
gotta go
TikTok.
for
I was like,
sure.
wait.
I hope-
I'll say
Oh,
it.
is this the video of when he came
Yeah,
the
the
last
last
time?
time.
They're like, no, he came. He must see Juma pipeline. Be like,
Manlul,
Oh, I think that's
But
the one
I
I
don't
saw.
know.
That's the
Yeah.
one I saw.
But
Yeah.
that's manahari.
Man, boo,
Because I used to really be there. I'm like, but God chose me a spouse that is befitting for my eyes.
If you ever
Please
happen
DM me
to-
directly that you're coming.
if
Me
you
personally.
ever happen to stumble onto this,
I'm married, so your wife can relax. I don't want you no more.
Honestly, I
But
would
like, respectfully,
I
DM
just
me
want-
that you're coming to Gambia because clearly the Gambian media is not expanding you. Don't worry. The Gambian media is not telling us you are coming.
Just-
They apparently very cease
Yes.
about you.
Please come.
DM me at Crazy Seibu. DM me when you are coming, please. I'm married too. It's okay.
Oh,
Your
or
wife
you can
doesn't
come,
have to worry.
or Daily Dose. You can
If
come
You know,
on
come
here.
on the Daily Dose, please.
If you
Yeah.
come,
Because I have questions. I ain't gonna lie. I got some
Oh
questions.
my gosh, let's go spam his comments and tell him to come.
girl.
Yeah.
Let me. Okay, no. That's
No,
too
he
far.
really will.
Okay.
If he comes, I will go. But the person I want to see right now the most is
I thought you were about to say Mustafa Briggs. I was so ready for you to say that.
Oh yeah, Mustafa.
I love him.
He needs to come because he's
He was
Senegambian.
here. He was here.
When?
He came to the Daily Dose. He had a whole episode. That was
Oh
when I told him.
yeah. When he was talking about the African history.
Yes.
Oh my
That's-
god.
I've watched every video he has on YouTube. I'm not saying okay. That's not very.
The
stalkerish.
way
No,
this
that's it.
man, no, the way this,
That's not a stalkerish.
No.
I watch every video.
No,
though.
you love him.
but then the way this man talks about
Religion?
no religion and
How he got to
Africa,
it?
how
And
black,
Africa?
how black people have just changed,
Influenced the world?
too. Like I think he and
Our little Baba is up. He needs
up?
to. He's learning noise. I tell him that he has to be. This
He
daytime.
has-
Daytime is a loud time
But
in
then
the world.
again, he has a lot of loud aunties. So
Yes,
I
I'm
feel
like,
at
no.
this point-
That's the training. Daytime is loud, nighttime is quiet. So I don't care how loud people get during the day. I'm like, if he
We
wakes
loud
up,
as hell.
wake up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got loud aunties, so he's used
No,
to
he be at. His mama's loud. That's why he loud too.
he ain't loud, he quiet.
No, he's not.
it. For now.
When he's
Leave
chatting,
my
Oh,
son.
no, oh my gosh.
when
alone.
he's chatting, oh,
He's like, y'all gonna hear me.
I
y'all
mean,
gonna hear
when you're
me.
chatting, you have to be loud so the people can hear you.
Nessa, no, for me tonight. Like, what do they?
When he gets older,
Oh,
he's gonna
God,
be like, who are
cutie.
these crazy people I'm surrounded by?
The
No.
loves of his life.
I can't wait to have him a little scrapbook. Oh,
my
I look forward to that.
gosh.
But no, bro, Mustafa
I
Briggs.
have the best picture. So
Mustafa Briggs, though, I love the way he talks about religion. That's why fell in love with Mufti too, because it was the way that like
It's the way they talk.
Thank
it's
you.
very
mellow,
mellow,
and
and,
also
they're not
very,
shouting
like-
at you.
No,
they
it's very
you grace.
non-judgmental.
It's very non-judgmental because they
That's what I liked
understand
about
like
it.
it's not black and white. Like the
Thank
way
you.
life is, there's a gray
Thank you.
area.
Oh.
So there's an understanding there,
He
and they
has
come
this-
back it up.
There's
obviously.
this beautiful series he has, the stories of the prophets. I love that series because that's what I realized. Like the Prophet Ibrahim, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I were like this. I said everything he said to God.
We're here.
I was there
We're
because
here.
I'm like, I was asking him too. He need to show up because I was like, bro, they got me out here believing in you, and I don't know what you look like, what you do for real,
you do.
and it don't make no sense. This fake thing not gonna work for me.
Yeah.
I want to know what you look like.
Yeah.
Cause I'm tired, Lord. I'm
Yeah,
tired. These
yeah.
people giving me mixed signals. I don't like the mixed signals. You come to me directly, say it in my ears, and I know.
that's the thing, though, because you would never know what he looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He will come in a form
Form, yeah.
that you're most comfortable with.
And he did.
So that's the
The
thing.
video singing that, like it did, it happened, and I will never forget. Cause like in the dream, every part of my being said, "You're in the presence of God." So what you gotta say? That's literally how it came in. Like you said, you had questions. What is the question? And I was there like, "I'm so
Dang.
sorry.
You put me on
I
the
just want to
spot."
say thank you for everything you've done." And that's the thing, cause like when we're in the dunya, we think we have all these questions. We
Yeah.
think we have like
Yeah.
we want to know all these things, like or we feel X, Y, and Z way about
Yeah.
him. But
Yeah.
when he come and face you,
Yeah. There's nothing you can do.
you're there like, oh my goodness, like I could feel that you love me so much that no matter what I had to ask, it don't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know if you remember.
It doesn't matter.
In Wise.
Hi, Poochie.
Do you
Hey,
remember
Virgin.
Senabu
Yeah.
in Wise religion studies?
Ah, I love
And
religious
you know,
studies.
I don't know if you remember that book that had the different
Religions.
Sikhism.
Yes.
You know, they practice.
Forgot about that.
No, it's about like enlightenment.
Enlightenment,
Yes,
yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
Hindu, with the Hindi, and I remember that was the last page of that's the last pages, and I remember that's why I got interested in Eastern practices.
No, Buddhism,
Yeah.
Hinduism, Sikhism. I think they're
That's
very,
where I
very
got
interesting.
Yeah.
into the
I
last
like,
thing.
yeah.
I recently, I've been researching basically because I believe, and a lot of people say Islam is all about seeking knowledge.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
seeking
exactly what I was
knowledge,
thinking, yeah.
No, for real.
finding knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, you never stop seeking knowledge.
You never stop learning.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
never stop learning. So you have to go out,
Of your way.
seek it, look for it, find it. And
Yeah,
Allah
that
subhanahu wa
means
ta'ala
no
will-
spending time on your TikTok just doom scrolling real bored. It means going and Googling stuff
No,
directly.
even on your
On
TikTok.
ChatGPT. Well, you get it.
On
catalog.
your TikTok.
No, TikTok's a catalog.
Like all over, like every social media you're on, you can
Has a catalog.
learn.
But I feel like, okay, this is the thing. It's coming back to what Mojan was saying. Like, there's certain people's perception of the religion and how they make you come forward that may not be properly aligned with what is in the Quran. And that's been my issue with that.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, I think respectfully that you should do your own research.
Yeah, don't
have
just
your
rely on
own
one
perspectives on it.
On it.
And if you're going to listen to somebody else, listen to it with some sense of bias. Like,
And also take
it's
it with
not
a grain
bias.
of
There's a word
salt.
I'm looking for. It's not biased, but there's a word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Go in and knowing like, okay, kii mu ngi wax from Lumham.
Yeah. Yeah.
Te nit la.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ne kii nit la momit.
Te nit dafa juum.
Te nit dafa juum. But us, we hear what this one say. We think is the holy grail.
You're not perfect.
Yeah, not perfect.
You're a human being. You're a man.
You're a human being.
You're nothing but man. You're
yeah.
human.
Yeah, human just like
So
us.
like
yeah.
you're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay, you slow like that's why some of the other religions they have that problem because when men came into it, they lost the actual meaning and reasoning behind the start of that religion. So like I just feel like we just need to go into stuff doing our own
That
research, bro.
and culture as well.
Yes. Because you can't mix culture and bring
You
culture
really
into the
cannot.
Quran. The Quran does
You
not.
really cannot.
The Quran's culture is very different
Wait.
sometimes from the Quran.
Wait, because scholars also say, and Islam did say, it met culture here.
Well,
Oh yeah, for sure.
You get it?
Yeah.
So when it came, it took
Dafa ñëw
some
fekka.
practices,
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
pushed it aside. Ne, these practices are wrong, which was like, you know, when they used to kill their female children and, you know,
I remember that.
so, you know, he took some of those practices and then, you know,
Yeah.
threw it away
Yeah.
and then took some practices and joined it. Ne, okay, it's good. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna open a can of worms about something.
Things.
Those three letters.
I'm going to wusa into my breathing.
I'm not even
Because
gonna
I know what
open.
she's talking about, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that with
So
y'all.
that one, let's just not
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about it. But
yeah,
then I think we, especially us Gambians or Senegambians, ñu dañ dee fàtte ne ñun diine bi daf ñu fa nekkal pour guide ñu.
Thank you.
And dañoo jël culture, tradition si, jël ko ekkati ko teg ko suñ kaw. You ma understand? Even when it comes to marriage,
Yeah.
you ma understand? And
How you raise your
responsibilities.
kids,
Responsibilities.
responsibilities,
And, you know, all of that.
how you
that.
dress.
Yeah.
And in case of divorces, what to
What
do,
to
and
do.
things like that. Yeah.
When people die, how to share.
Yeah. So xam nga ñun tamit war nañoo toog wax dëgg
You seet suñ boppa.
seetaat suñ boppa.
Just go back to the basics.
Go back to
the basics.
Islam is very, very simple.
It's very simple.
We made it hard
We
for
made it hard.
us.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
That's true.
we pick and choose
What
we
is relevant for us.
us,
What
and
is
then-
conducive for us.
you know,
Conducive, that's the word.
You understand? Listen,
Conducive, wow.
you understand?
Yeah.
Obviously, we're human. We're not perfect.
Yeah.
You understand? Every day
I
we're
wouldn't want to be
learning.
perfect. Perfect son is
Exactly.
really boring.
Exactly.
So the only perfect human was the Prophet
Prophet
sallallahu alaihi
sallallahu
wasallam, and he's normal. Ñun ñu fi nekk ñun right now.
We're not perfect. We
Well,
are the bootleggers.
ñu ngi topp si kat-kat,
Facts. We're a mess.
you know. Let's just do better.
And that's
For
what it
ourselves.
is for
Like-
Ramadan. Like at
Yeah,
least let
like
us
that's the
reflect.
intention.
learn.
Do better.
Do
Like,
better, just
I
reflect
know
and
my
stuff like
intention,
that.
even though like obviously I'm not
Yeah.
fasting. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm a flex that because if they see me eating, that's why I'm stating this facts. If you see me eating, don't judge me, bro.
You see
Like I
anybody
said,
eating?
I'm feeding 3, and other people have diabetes and stuff. So
What
let them be.
was that thing, sir? Like you see someone doing something and then you have to make excuses for them anyways.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see somebody, oh, they might be sick.
Yeah.
Oh, this and this. Or they
Thank
cannot
you.
fast because
loolu
of
mooy
blah, blah,
xelaat
blah.
bu set xelaat bu baax.
Wow.
da ngaa xelaat si nit xelaat bu baax xelaat bu set.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Islam loolu la
loolu la
wax.
wax
Exactly.
because you cannot. They say if you have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Don't say
Exactly.
Just go about your day.
Exactly.
Because like for me, I know like since I can't do that, I know what I want to do. I know I want to because I have a box in my house, and the box is I call my treasure chest because the box apparently the other day decided they wanted to fling me all the things that I did not know I had. Along with it was like 5 books of Islamic books. They were all in one file, which is kind of insane because I didn't remember categorizing the stuff. But I put all of them in one file, and I have like a dua book, and then I have like stories of the Prophet, and then like the teachings basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, because before that I was saying, oh, I just want to go into this Ramadan like gaining more knowledge about the religion because I feel like after some time, I like when you observe so much information from different perspectives, it makes it hard to just stick to what you were taught to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so like my brain is like it kept conflicting with what I went through data for almost over a decade for, and like the amount of time I spend legending hadiths, like having lectures in my house with ustazes. So it's just like, okay, cool. They felt like they were contradicting at some points, but they were also like familiarity. But I was just like, okay, cool. I want to spend this time to read up on that.
Yeah.
I want to read all these books that I have, so that if I have questions, I write down my questions. Because me and the scholars online, this next 30 days, they don't defend it. Don't worry, I have nothing but time. So, but I'm like, I'm not going into it ready to like argue and fight. I'm going into it ready to like, let's share knowledge. Because clearly, if I'm missing out on something, explain it to me in a way that, because some things don't make sense. And I feel like, and that's just, again, I'm a human, so I'm going off of this thing.
I'm telling you,
I feel like,
my sitting be.
well, I'm dead.
Y'all need to listen.
I
because
feel like
that man.
it be contradicting the way that God has felt for me. It goes against how God feels for me. Because when God came for me, the feeling he gave does not come with this much judgment, this much resentment, this much unforgivingness, this much rudeness. Like, I don't tag mom. So you understand? So like,
That's how it was growing up though when I was also
There's this guy in the internet, he's Senegalese, yeah? Buguma waturam finisa.
No free promo.
Ustaz Omar Salah.
Oh, okay, never mind. We naming names.
It's Ramadan. But then like I'm not even gonna say like he has no knowledge. He has knowledge.
Yeah.
You might understand. But then like lim neka di wa. Mom yene daf la di like num di ware sa. So ko defut dinga duga safara.
But that's how we grew up
I
though,
didn't
like
mean to laugh
that
like that.
fear and stuff like
of
that.
hellfire, I'm like
Like
I
a fear
got
of
burned.
God, but then as I grew up, I understood like, no, God is love, merciful, forgiving, all
Thank
of
you
that.
very much.
Like why we shouldn't,
I'll send you a book to read.
period.
Omar Suleiman has this book called Allah Loves You.
Yeah, I want to read that.
Allah loves you.
Yeah, he do.
That's it. He's
Like
not.
things are so simple.
It's
Wallahi,
simple.
if
If you really break it down and really sit down, really go back to the
will do it.
core.
yeah,
It's simple.
he's in your
Basic.
heart.
All the time.
He's everywhere.
Right now, you're sitting here is because
Of him.
Ne mo ko
allowed
mga
it.
gabi.
Mo-
Yeah.
And even certain signs you be seeing, like,
Bro, when
That's
I
all him.
tell you,
yow tey
That's
sa
all
kaw
him.
lal bi nga bëggoon a nekk tëddati wala nga dem restaurant toog
bro,
lekk.
honestly,
Waaye
I
mu ne
just
la
wanted
ne
to
danga
be a
fee ñëw
rendezvous
nekk.
for real.
Exactly.
yeah, I was just
That was my plans after this in my mind.
Waaye mu ne la ne tey dangaa ñëw toog fii nii.
Wow.
You couldn't do anything
Think
but
about
come
it.
sit here.
Yeah.
become exactly.
And what is it? Jaamu Yàlla la.
Yalla. Yeah.
So people don't, even you walking, is because Allah wants it. That's why.
Yeah.
So Jaamu Yàlla la.
Yalla, yalla.
Or
No,
there's
they
a
got-
delay.
Jaamu
When
Yàlla
you're
la.
leaving
Yeah.
your house or something
Bro,
like
that's
that.
why
Yalla.
the Senegalese trip that we went on,
Yeah.
I really had, that's why when like everybody was like, oh, don't be angry. I'm like, I'm not angry because
Yeah.
I know that if God didn't allow this to happen, it wouldn't
It
happen.
wouldn't happen.
And like,
Yeah.
it's an
It happened
experience
for a
in
reason.
itself allowing me to not make the same mistake twice.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
everything I was trying to avoid on that trip is the same thing that happened to me.
Happened to you.
Murphy's Law.
Yeah, I know.
Everything that you bad
Yeah.
that could have happened.
Happened.
Yeah.
And I was there like, well, Lord, I guess this is what is happening. No, because at some point there was at the place that we were at, and I'm just like, look, God, if you're gonna show me jinns, today is not the day. I'm not in the mood. I'm hungry. I'm tired.
cuss them out.
And I feel like I smell a little bit because I've been in this heat and it's dry, and my son
Yeah,
is in the
y'all.
mood.
She
And
had
I
a
kid you not,
traumatizing
if
trip.
anybody comes show up at me, Lord, best believe I'm gonna fight them.
You
They
gonna
fight
you
them.
gonna have
I'm
him
like-
strapped on the side.
I'm like, you got me messed up. You would have. I'm like, So God, whatever is happening, today is not the day.
Today is not the
the
day.
mood. I am not the person in. Please do not do it.
Do it to somebody else.
Do it to somebody else.
Give it to somebody
I'm not
else.
I was already fighting mosquitoes. I did not have the patience for nothing else. I was.
Imagine fighting mosquitoes and then you have to fight jinns.
I was like, the amount of ayatul kursi I said that day.
Too much.
I was like, see me? No, I don't want to remember. My mom was like, you need to be saying what ayatul kursi sometimes. I'm like, let me tell you something. What God said to me about ayatul kursi. He said, say it once, and I got you protected and everybody around you.
Yeah.
Excuse me, you think I'm not going to believe in that? You had me messed up.
Exactly.
He said, say it once, I got you. I'm like, I would say it 10 times so that you can secure me 16 times and make sure that, like, if I forget in between, nobody try me. In case somebody a little bit more powerful come through, got my ayatul kursi, the second, the third, she cover that.
Yeah.
Whoever you send in, make sure they know how to fight.
God helps you with everything you believe
He does. He really does.
Because you would see someone take this bottle and start worshipping the bottle. Huh? And God would help that person with that worship
of the bottle. Yeah.
Whatever that person asks the bottle, God will give that person the thing they asked for.
Yeah.
So it's all belief.
The part of my brain that wants to go into the study of water and how water absorbs feelings and like how it changes when you freeze
Your
it.
mind.
But I went through a whole knowledge phase. Yeah, because like they say, that's why Bismillah to me became different for me when I was drinking water. Because the intention you set for the water, water has a memory thing. Water remembers. So like if I wrote Bismillah on it and then I left it and I froze it and then I look at it under a microscope, it will crystallize in such a beautiful way to show that Bismillah. Just like the same way I say I hate you, it will manifest that I hate you and it will look ugly in like this form. It was a Japanese scientist that did this study. It's very beautiful. If you see the word like, and the most beautiful frozen crystal is gratitude.
Wow.
It's gratitude.
Hannah, you don't remember when we were kids, maybe singing Dara Suñu Liyan and then you just some water. Just water. Nga gis Mary Nancy and Tuflisi and nga jël nga naan. Belief.
Isn't the same thing with like when you're about to travel and they pour the water?
Pour the water in front and they step with your left feet first.
Yeah.
Ndox dafa set. You might understand.
Mashallah.
Like, so wherever it is, you can make use of it.
Yeah, because ndox a fàttaliku lu nekk si Aruna depuis Aruna bu mu dooree bi Aruna di jeex ndox dina always fàttaliku.
Oh, yeah.
Because water carries memory from eternity. That's what, imagine us that have that 80% of water.
What happened to Noah?
Oh, the ark dude.
The ark. So you see,
you know.
Yàlla lan la yónni ndox. Most times the rain, water,
they cleanse. Yeah,
it cleanses.
Yeah. Also, like when you go to the beach to
water
or doing ghusl.
Yep.
Water.
And it's so funny.
Water.
That to me is actually very interesting.
Beautiful.
I wanted to ask a scholar about this because
to the
they
beach?
say when you go to the beach and then you sangu with the intention that they sangu set
What?
danaka,
Sangu
right?
set.
But also they say that God pushed all the demons into the sea.
You said what?
Oh yes, there's a whole
Girl, send me the link. I want to see.
I'm
Actually,
I want to learn about
Yeah.
that.
Gate be like they said all very
No, but
dangerous
it's
places.
scary though.
They did say that the throne of Shaitan.
It's in the sea.
Eh?
Yeah.
It is.
So like that to me was like, how's water cleansing and you're still in there?
That's crazy.
90% of water
80%.
And mind you, they didn't discover.
Oh, you mean the discovery?
What?
Less than 5%.
Exactly. They haven't even
And
discovered everything.
that offends me because they know how much gold is in the ocean. That's all
Not
my
only that,
thinking.
those creatures are scary. Like the deeper you go,
The deeper you go.
I'm good. I'm good on the shore.
So,
No, that's what, like, even the people that be traveling, community them back with me. So they say story, yeah.
Hey.
Cha. Nga xam ne yàllaay buur.
Why, that's the thing.
Nga xam ne yàllaay buur.
Yàlla moom lim def si géej lum def daal mun na koo génne ak comme ñu ngi gis géej as let's say it's dangerous ak yooyu but it's also healing.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
Yaman safara métti na ak tamit dina laka waaye moom la ñoo use pour tooga moom la ñoo use pour def loolu moom la ñoo use pour defar charcoal xam nga.
And even the sun is energy actually is healing towards us, especially
Exactly.
anywhere before 12 p.m. That's what my teacher said. What? It's true. He said the sun from the moment it rises to 12 p.m. is good sun. Anything after 12 p.m. is bad sun because
That's why, like, behind the sunscreen, this is so random. The sunscreens, they tell you, like, between 12 and blah, 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 you got to make sure you...
Covered
no,
more,
it makes
waaye
sense.
da nga fàtte ne ñun
Because
tamit
da nga
time xale dañ ñu daan wax ne yoor
wow.
bu leen génn time bii nii because
hey, my mom says that's when they also come out and say hello, how you doing?
yeah because
No,
night baa ngi
superstition.
tànga
Yeah, superstition is crazy.
But
Oh
then-
my gosh, we got it. You gotta be an episode of Superstition.
Yeah.
No, we really don't have an
Because we
episode
gotta
of
go.
Superstition.
I gotta
So-
go pull that up on my theater side. You know what I'm
So
saying?
if you know any good ones, holla at us in our DM at
Yeah.
Daily This Plus. We got you on Instagram.
Yeah. Oh my
We
gosh,
should
you
get a
do like
Snapchat
poll.
for real, but like we won't get to that. But you got us on TikTok as well. DM us because we're gonna have an episode on that. So
We
this
got
Ramadan,
so many things we want to talk
this
about.
Ramadan, we're gonna go
We gonna be
through
yapping.
how we going through religion, how traditions be clashing with each other, how it clashes
Motherhood.
us, motherhood and its trenches, and how parenthood is for the dads. Because I feel like the dads also go through such an adjustment with having their wives and then not having their wives.
yeah.
So like I would love for us to have that conversation. So if you know you're interested, again DM us and you have
gotta
perspective on
Zoom,
that.
we gotta-
Can we also talk about having our husbands and not having our husbands anymore because of God's child? Because of God's child.
Ma'am.
You know what?
I mean,
long
She said
distance
what she
relationships.
said. Bro,
We can talk
I
about
don't even
that.
want to get into that. That
Oh,
would
I don't want to get.
depressed.
Actually, no. Let's not get into that because I'm gonna
That-
trigger myself.
That
I'm gonna
actually-
trigger
that's-
myself. So actually, no.
That
Scratch
makes
that.
me
Let's
feel
not
some
talk.
type of way.
Let's not talk about long distance.
Because I'm going
relationship.
through this little semi-single motherhood. That's how I call it. And they're like, but you're not a single mother. I'm like, it feel like it.
If it-
And my feelings are valid.
Period.
And that's what I'm sticking to. My
Yeah, no.
feelings is valid.
I just triggered myself.
No, I really
So
triggered
let
my...
me-
The moment you said long distance, you triggered me in my spirit, honestly. I ain't gonna
yeah,
lie.
no, we're
That
not
one
gonna
hit
talk
my
about
spirit. I
that.
ain't want to hear about that. Long
Ooh.
distance,
We in the trend. Well, used to be, but not anymore.
It's the trenches, but you
It's the
know, like,
trenches.
I have
It all
somebody
depends on
that's
the
okay with
person.
me in the trenches.
Yeah, and it depends on the
Like-
person. If you have an honest, loyal,
No, honestly,
Mature
that's the thing.
person.
That's what I'm saying. Like, like
No-
what I
no
like
shade.
is we're in the trenches,
Yeah,
but like
together.
we can build a garden. He's building
Period.
a garden in our trenches. So
Period.
I'm not
Ah,
looking
mashallah.
outside the trench thinking
Love
it's
it.
like grass green out there.
And then you
no,
gon-
he like, oh my god, I built you some
and
grass.
then you
Look
gon-
at the grass coming over
and then
there.
you're gonna
There's a
figure
flower
out
over
that
there.
it's not that green.
It's never that green, bro. But again, this is topics for another day.
No tea, no shade.
Another time.
No tea, no shade.
We've gone through
I cannot
hot in the
deal with
city,
you.
hot in the neighborhood, hot in the continent,
Hot in the house.
outside, hot in the US. Man dal ma lalu the UK because I have biases against the country because of colonization.
Yeah.
The words. God,
Yeah.
I can't wait to get my brain
The
again.
the
I'll be
grandfathers.
back in full brain mode in about 2
But
years,
then
inshallah.
I would choose the UK over US any day because look at that.
My bias with that country run deep.
I get it.
Pros and cons.
Nah, nah,
Pros
nah.
and cons for both
There's
sides.
pros and cons.
I wouldn't
Actually,
choose any of
respectfully,
them.
I will not take none of them.
I wouldn't choose any of them.
I like if I'm really that bad, I'd rather the Japanese come for me because at least they're gonna give me good
I feel
tech.
like for me, the only thing I would take
They're
from
gonna give
it
us good
skincare.
tech
is just
and good
they got a
skincare.
strong. Only
and
thing
good
I'll give
food,
them.
Good skincare.
Only
and
thing I'll
healthy
give.
food,
and
healthy
healthy
eating,
food.
No,
non-GMO.
the only thing
I'm
I'll
just
give the
saying.
US is their passport. That's why a lot of people are doing certain things.
That's why they're dying. They're doing
yes,
it.
why
That's why.
No,
That's why some people be doing certain
Bukan
things
kada dia Amerika,
just to
eh.
get the passport. I understand. It's a.
Yan ang nandiyan
powerful
dyan pa rin daw.
I ain't got it though.
I've been
Hey.
saying this since I'm going back.
I'm
If you want to
fucking,
go,
but I
I
got
hope
it.
God makes the road easier
how
for
can
you.
I know? I
I
come on your
hope
hot
that you
passport,
go.
Bamajil.
I hope you enjoy
No, I'll take it.
yourself.
I'll take
There's
it.
other passports in the world.
But what is much? You know what? We're gonna go into a whole nother.
Yeah,
we
we're-
ain't gotta
we're-
do that. We'll talk about this
Yeah.
after.
We're gonna talk about this is a discussion for another day because we're gonna talk about Luther Gambians gom tuki instead of saying dega. They want to gom saying dega again, but you gom tuki. You say you
What is
they
there
gom
to
saying
gom in
dega.
this
Lolo
place?
saying dega mel no mel.
What?
No, but it's true. America, they believed in themselves. That's why America is what it is. That's why everybody and their grandmother wants to go there. They liggéey seen boppa di.
léegi fan lañ jëlee liñ liggéeyee seen dëkk.
Wow, that's my point. So imagine if you've already used me 400 years ago. Imagine me now. I should be better. So I'm just saying, me now.
I'm gonna go
should be
back
doing
there,
better.
work for it, and get my money and come invest in my
See, that's
country.
country.
Yeah, a
mad.
lot of
I'm
people
working
do that.
twice and getting paid once. I don't like that logic. If anything, I feel like every African American should make a DNA test and then find your lineage back into Africa. And in this way, all of us as a family,
Yeah.
we can go sue the country and tell them to pay us
They're trying to-
reparations.
they're trying to
That's
get
all I'ma
reparations,
say.
but they're
African
saying nah.
American that don't even like African people.
No, they do. Don't listen to the
Yeah,
loud
yeah, yeah,
minority.
yeah. We're not going to do
Listen
this.
to the
We're
loud-
not
The
going
loud
to do this.
minority.
Ladies and gentlemen,
They're
thank
loud,
you
they're
so
loud.
much for joining us on Hot in the City today. Because clearly, This is
Wait, before we go, do you have any last words for Ramadan? Anything you want to say to the...
I hope that y'all enjoy it. I hope that you have a good time fasting. You know, heaf can go to the dome, and respectfully, I agree with that.
Sane, they won't beg na mune muk.
No, I actually thought about it one time. I said, if I had another like child, I felt bored. I should call my child Heath. I'm like, imagine somebody yelling at you, Heath guy, and I was like,
Heath guy.
Wow, the Heath guy.
You won't give him a middle name.
No.
Well, I'm gonna go Heath Marnjay.
Astaghfirullah. Hey. But you sound like you can't go to the dome. It don't matter what the last name is. It ain't gonna be it, bro. I'm telling you, it is not going to Shazam like that. Do them. So like, yana yalla nago se ñaani, yana yalla def lu gën ci yeen. Yana len yalla def seen xol yi ubbeeku. Bu loolu leen buga yalla jox leen ko. Ah, seen doom yi mag barke leen. Yeen tamit su nekkee you have problems with your parents, may God make it easier. May God open your parents' mind so that they can come back to earth. Because I feel like they somewhere else when that's a different topic for a different day. I ain't trying to throw shit to our parents, but you know, I'm just saying, you could use this time to listen to your kids.
Yeah.
Take the time to show some grace and some gratitude. So, mlula na ñaanal daal yana ngeen toog ngeen appreciate foo leen tollu xam naa mun na am fu mu nekk nii foo nekk neexut la. And that's okay. Ñun some of us are in places we don't want to be at. But take the time this next 30 days and just be like,
really sit down and just
God, thank you.
Yeah.
Because you know what the thing is, you are alive. You are getting food.
That's what we
are getting water.
You got family, you got
you
community.
You have some friends that are good to you. I know about all of them, but I know some of them. One of them
at
gotta
least,
be at least good. At least. I don't think you're that bad at making bad decisions.
One of them.
Now the song is in my head. I have ADHD. Stop. Now I'm singing the song.
When you said one of them,
don't worry, I'm gonna play it in the car. I got you.
It's in my head now. Stop, y'all. But anyway, I hope that you take the time to just appreciate where you are. Even it may not be where you want to be, but take the time to appreciate where you are and manifest where you want to be. Write it down. So ñane be pare jëlal sa paper bi nga xool ko nga read ko nga sante si Yàlla. Yeah.
So you
don't only pray.
So you don't forget.
Faith without work is dead. Just saying.
Period.
Also put in the work. Don't just pray.
You gotta pray.
You gotta pray and
pray how you pray to God and feel comfortable talking to God.
Exactly.
That's my thing. Like,
He's everywhere. You can literally have exactly. That's the best way.
Because that's where feelings comes out for real. You can't just go, thank you God, jërëjëf nga MC. No, danga wax ak moom mel ni comme da ngeen na campé ngeen waxtaan ngeen talk together. Nga xam ne mu ngi sa boor mu laa dégga. Because daf la buga.
Always.
Moo la gën a buga sa ndey, moo la gën a buga sa baay, moo la gën a buga sa maam.
Moo la gën a jege sa xol.
Moo la gën a jege sa xol. Wow. And he loves you more than anybody else in this earth, on this planet, in this universe.
Wow,
so léegi daal.
Shout out
Japas
to God, for real.
No, for real.
Shout out.
No, shout out. No, he really be doing his thing for real. So like,
no, this was like, I don't want anyone coming from you.
He is the main man.
He's the main man.
He really be coming through for people. And like,
we can't help but be grateful.
All the time.
Always.
And like, they go they fat and like, but like,
especially when things are going good.
Yo,
we forget. And mind you, you have to go back when it's good.
When it's good.
Just like when you went back when it was bad.
Yeah.
So he knows that you haven't forgotten him.
Yeah.
But then, believe that he'll never forget you.
He'll never.
Yeah.
But then,
regardless of what
I think yàlla gina buga moy ne you're always going back to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always have it in your heart.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just always remember him.
Always remember
him.
Bum gena sa xol bi man personally I would jigéen yi.
Yeah.
Jaamu leen.
Yeah.
Because although
I don't know if I'm gonna get loud.
Wow. Although yen ñu ngi sey. Yeah. We are taking care of the family and everything. It's part of jaamu yàlla. Waaye yàlla daf ñu sant leena. Mooy suñ julli, suñ oor yi. Waaye soo soonee doo mun a oor bu correct. Doo mun a julli bu correct. Yaa ma understand. Jëkkër yi jàppale leen seen jabar yi ñoom tam ñu jaamu. Because you guys are supposed to do it together.
Yep.
That's
why they say it completes half your deen.
Exactly. Wow. You're completing half of each other's deen. So it becomes one circle.
Yeah.
So, and circle, mënut a nekk a circle without both sides coming together.
Yeah.
So,
there should be no beginning and no end.
And
it should
exactly.
be a unit.
Jàppale leen seen jabar yi, jàppale leen seen doom yi, jàppale leen seen jabar yi in every way noo leen mun a jàppale daal.
Because du la wàññil dara.
Du la wàññil dara daf
Be
laa
like,
yokkal.
and that's the thing that like I think from the first episode I kind of was very disappointed about is I saw a lot of people that it made it seem like it would destroy who they were as men.
And
To
it's
come
like,
down to that level. And I'm just like, but that was not the point.
Yeah.
The point is that gis nga sa jabar daf la war a jaral nga waaca.
Wow.
Daf la war a jaral nga gina oyof. Nga gina fii, nga gina neexle wax. Nga gina neexle, you know, like behavior and how you carry yourself. Because that's what your wife brings out for you. Like, you know, she has to make you feel like you're more at peace, and you also have to be her peace. You know, wait, there's a word that they say, there was a thingy, it was like a little quote online that was like, you can't expect your wife to like create heaven for you or be an angel. You can't expect your wife to be an angel for you if you didn't create heaven. Instead you created hell for
And
her.
I think on top of that too is like I feel like what people also forget is our prophet as well.
Ooh, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Oh,
That's
what
all
a
I gotta
man.
say.
What
That was
a
a man. So if you wanna be picking and choosing about
was
wives,
a man,
pay
man.
attention to how he was treating his wives.
Homie was there.
He was
for
made.
every wife, nak mashallah.
Exactly.
He wasn't picking and choosing
He
every
wasn't picking and
wife.
choosing. He was a good
In
husband.
his heart, he knew.
If you want to emulate, forget about
Yes.
4 wives and blah blah blah. Concentrate on how he
What
was
he
treating
did.
what he did. Forget about the wives.
Yes.
his actions.
So I beg,
Ah,
I
mashallah.
implore the husbands and fathers. Really,
And even like the little
Exactly.
young boys that were complaining, this is the time to reflect on yourself.
not only that,
Because
help
also-
your people in the preparations and whatnot. Just
You know
because
what
you're a
I'm saying,
man
bro,
don't mean
'cause-
nothing. You're a human being.
You know,
Don't
like,
help.
because ilik, yen mi de ite yena gena buga tuki. Gisa ilik so tuki. Yo kena la de. Hawala kona yo kena ya togal sa bopa. Ya clean sa kir. So ame kir yena nga de ka ñenenti 4-6 people nga xamne ñola gëna tilim yow. Ngay mer sa xol bi di jé.
I'm triggered.
I'm triggered to say
Ooh.
sa xol bi di jé. Ñu joggé benen deka say headi toge no nga xamne na yalla ay bour ne fo ne ko ne hon na. Am
tax ma
yaay
di
am
advice
sister ñu la di dimbali.
nit ñi pour ñu
Jàngaleen de.
na ngay tukki.
Jàngaleen de.
ñu mun a xam.
Moo tey du leen wàññil dara daf leen a yokkal.
Exactly.
So jàppaleing other people today, God is gonna look at you and be like, you know what?
He did what he had to
that.
do.
He did what he had to do, and I respect him because gis na ëllëg sa jigéen sa rakas sa yaay dafa mun a wax lu baax yow. ñëw ne man suma doomi góor bi amul morom. daf maa dimbali si waañ bi yéenay su defutee dara. mu ne yéenay dafaa dem campé su jógee campé sa dafaa teel a eewu yéenay sa mu ne ma ne maa naa bale tey si suuf. You know.
Yermande, please.
Yërmande du la wàññil dara. Billahi du lay wàññil dara. But anyways,
We're thinking,
anybody else have
you
anything
right
to
now yaa ngi explain ñun doom yu góor yu ñoo yar.
Hey, man, suma doom
And
góor
the
yi,
way
hey,
my
kooku
mother
mani
yared
baayam.
us too. My
Mashallah.
brother, he lives by himself. No problem.
And
And
I'm trying to raise
responsible-
a child like my husband. That's
I
all I
want-
know.
Good.
If I'm gonna have a
how did my
child,
mom
it's
put
gonna
it?
be like my brother.
No, that's how my mom put it. My mom said, I'm like, this is how I knew I would marry my husband. When I looked at him and said, if my son was like
I
you,
can't exactly.
I wouldn't have a problem.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's what I knew I found my husband. Because
Yeah.
I looked at him, I was like, if my son is like you,
You know what?
I really wouldn't have a problem.
That's
And I've
that's a
only
good
given that compliment
benchmark.
twice. The first person I gave it to, it was because of their work ethic. I was like, if
Work
my son
ethic.
has your work ethic, I would be happy.
There's a
Not your
difference.
Chico. Not your Chico.
There's a difference.
But when I met my husband, I was like, if my son was exactly like you,
I would not mind at all.
I would not mind at
That's
all.
a very
Yeah.
good benchmark.
Yeah.
No, that is the
Very good.
benchmark for me because
It's very important.
Tomorrow, if my son cannot
making me
emulate and
rethink
be a
certain
good
things.
man,
Us
if he
women.
cannot be a good man, because tomorrow my son is going to be somebody's
And the
husband.
thing is, you know,
Yes,
these kids, they emulate.
somebody's father.
What they see.
They see.
They see exactly. He's going to be somebody's husband and somebody's father.
So you
and
already
I
have a
cannot
good
him acting
foundation.
a fool, and then people coming to me and telling me,
Ah,
"Masa don't be the man duli ugly." So let duli, ba koy duli.
Duli ndayam, duli bayam.
No, that one he's no longer my child. I'm disowning him. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I will not tolerate
That's
certain
not
things.
gonna
You
be
cannot-
allowed.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's why I'm like. That's why I'm so grateful to the group of women that I have growing with and like having kids with right now. Like my mom group, I love them so much because I'm just like we all agree that we're raising better men,
Emotionally intelligent.
emotionally intelligent men. Where we're like you can prioritize yourself and go buga sa bopa. And a lot of men, I feel like the reason why they can't be where they are because they don't like themselves. They don't like themselves.
And it affects
And
their
then it affects how
everyday.
they feel about women. Men ko gis nga góor bu bugg a boppam dafa bugg a jigéen. Because xam na ni góor ak jigéen ñoo ànda.
Wow.
Daf ko bugga, daf ko fonka. No, digga, daf ko bugga, daf
No,
ko
she's
fonka.
speaking facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I want our kids to have that. Like, that's
Yeah.
what I want. I'm like, I don't need y'all to be the most perfect, the richest dudes,
Yeah.
and the most flex. No, that's not what the benchmark is
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Because the money gonna come
Can I
regardless.
add one thing, please?
Yes. Yes.
So, these men, they want their mothers, but they're not like their dads.
And with that, we're gonna end this. That's the word. That's the last word.
Anyways,
we ain't got nothing else to say.
thank you for
We're gonna
watching.
end this.
We love y'all. Come
Love
back.
you guys. This was just a yap session.
Yes.
I love
No,
it.
this was a good conversation to just
Yeah.
have. Like, I feel like it was just relaxed.
So
'Cause,
please.
bro, again, we've been out of this for a year,
Exactly.
bro.
For a
we
year.
had to catch up with ourselves mentally, spiritually, and physically. The wife from nigga need that. In the
Next.
words, they yiff. They nigga
that,
I'm
and
starting
please
right now.
be respectful in
in
the
the
comments. Thank you. Comprehend.
how about that?
Listen to listen. Don't listen to
one last
respond.
thing. You know what word record also gives me? A lot of hours of time. Word record. Time reclam. Because
So,
you know,
be
all I have
respectful.
to take is an hour to maybe read. Because if not, I get bored easily. I'm gonna take an hour to read, and there's 24 hours in a day. I'm sleeping nowadays for about 5 hours. Dude, I have
Please be
close
respectful.
to
Let's
18
have
to
a-
16 hours of
Yeah.
time.
Let's have a
I
good
might have my mama
dialogue.
cook for maybe 5,
Yeah.
and that still puts me at a good benchmark
Look,
of 9 hours.
She says all that to say she got time. She got time.
Like,
Exactly.
So let's be respectful. Let's open a dialogue. Let's just
Wow,
chat.
we
Like let's
want that.
keep
Do
it
your-
cute. Let's keep it cute.
All the man say, yeah, the fly yada we bang. But what disappoint? And this brings me to this one last. I'm sorry that I keep saying one last comment because this one
Take
dude
the
was on the
advice.
comment section and was talking about it. It's like out here disrespecting this girl's mom, and this girl telling her,
Like, it doesn't
your
have to go
daddy,
that
I bet
far.
your daddy didn't raise you like that, and he's like, I bet your mama didn't raise you like that. Stop that stuff. Y'all too grown for
let's-
this.
yeah, let's keep
and
it
stop
cute.
using your bot accounts to be disrespectful. I
Take
don't
your
get
Do
it.
it with your
advice.
main account and do it with
With
chess.
chest. Thank
That's
you.
all we-
If you, that's how you feel. Say with chest.
Take your
Don't
advice.
be scared.
What do you mean?
Don't be scared.
Take your advice. Coco. The comments, yeah.
No, Coco Mom.
Take
What
your
is that
advice and take it to the countries you have been in.
Into mashallah, you know who you are. Yo, dina tege bor.
Uncle
But
advice.
Alamin, jërëjëf jëf. Bi neexoon na. Thank you all for making the time, and thank you to my beautiful baby for not crying at us. Oh no,
We
Neri,
love
it's okay.
y'all.
Thank you, Neri, for being a good babysitter. We appreciate you, and F and J for being a good babysitter. Y'all been A1. Gando, we love you, but we don't see you today. You say school.